Now, the fruit we are talking about today is this fruit in my hand. I don't know what you call it. Even some people some people attempted to call it here, and they were giving it all sorts of God-forsaken name here and there. But what is the name of this fruit? Some people call it shower, some people call it shower sharp, some people call it, But actually the name is sour sop. Sour sop. When people hear the name sour, they will say, no, the taste will not be pleasant to the mouth because of the sourness there. Actually, it's not sour. It is only a bit acidic when you open it and then you try to consume the content. This fruit is packed with all sorts of ingredients that at the end of the program, you will be screaming to get it. And I want to believe if you can divert resources into production of this fruit, it's going to really help us in this country, if you know what this fruit can do. First, let me just make a brief introduction to the fruit. Because of the taste it contains vinegar and lemon. That's how the thing tastes in the mouth. It's a native of American tropics, including Nigeria. It is actually called guanabana, and some people call it sharp. Why they call it sharp is because of the spikes on the body like this. That's why some people call it sharp. So if you say sharp, maybe you are not wrong because of all the spikes in the body. It belongs to the family called Anaceae, called Annona nuricata. Please, we are going to contend with lots of big nomenclatures today, but actually we have to drive home the point, because when you are trying to be scientific, try and be scientific to the core so that you will not be, Messian, like the people will say. So soursop grow as high as 6 centimeters, 20 feet high. It is cultivated for its edible fruit, which are large, juicy, dark green, and have short, fleshy spine. The fruit are used to make jellies and preserve and for flavoring beverages. That's the fruit. It has sour, sweet taste that comes from organic isoresites such as malic acid, citric acid, and so on. Soursop also has so many nutrients and ascorbic acid, vitamins, carbohydrate, fructose, and fibers. The fruit leaves and stores are excellent content for human health. Cooking the leaves, please wait for this. Cooking the leaves is a very good remedy for high blood pressure. Those of us who are battling with hypertension. And I've been saying it, God has endured us with so many things that we can use. So do you know that if you can able to cook the fruit of this very wonderful plant, it could actually bring you a succor, especially those of you who are having this elevated blood pressure and you have tried so many forms of medication, it will not go. And like I always say, if you try all sorts of medication and it's not working, turn to Mother Nature, because nature is our teacher. So, of course, it can attack cancer naturally without side effect. So if you know anyone who is suffering from cancer, this could be one of the remedies he needs, because in any healing, nutrition is very key. If you want to stay healthy, nutrition is key. There are some, and I was saying that people, especially the young ladies of these days, I always say it, their journey has not actually started until they eat pizza, which to me is inimical to good health. The act of eating pizza is the thing now during festivities. If your boyfriend doesn't take you to a pizza shop, then you are ready to give him red card. I mean, that should not be the order, because it's not a good food to eat. You should be eating our own fruit. Banana is there, so many of them is there. But I trust our ladies, when they see things like this, they will just carry their face to the other side, as if it doesn't exist, but they want pizza. What are we talking about? And those things will have side effects in the nearest future, especially when you now settle down. You can develop fat in unwanted places, and so on and so forth. It can even give you brain fatigue, not to talk of cancer, because of the polysaturated fat which they use in processing all these things. And of course, soursop is a remedy for ailments such as waist pain, hemorrhoids, and it's very good for digestive health. Soursop also increases energy because it contains fructose content that keeps you fresh, energetic. If you want to engage in any social activity, you can take soursop. It is good for people who are having issues with bone, osteoporosis, bone decay, and so on and so forth. It's good for strong bone. Wait for this, urinary tract infection. It is very common these days, especially most of our students in our institution. If you go to their restroom, you may not be able to eat for weeks because of the kind of, I want to borrow the English of igodomigodo. He said odoriferous odor that will be oozing out, you know. So these are areas where the body is vulnerable to all sorts of PDI, that is pelvic inflammatory diseases, and so on and so forth. So eating fruits like this can actually help people who are having issues with that. And of course, it contains vitamin B, C, and B2 that can help us with our nerves, and it is also good for circulatory system. It's also good for people who are having issues with their kidney. Cooking the leaf, stalk, and root by drinking its liquid is an excellent remedy for chronic hypertension and stroke. So what are we talking about? We are preaching complementary medicine. The meaning of that is that, yes, we have our hospitals. Stuffs like this too, there should be a research whereby active ingredients in stuffs like this can be extracted and be used to help our patients, especially those that cannot be helped with Western forms of medication. These days, the body is developing all sorts of resistance to antibiotics. So what are we going to do? If we don't promote stuffs like this, our people can go clandestine using all sorts of things that may damage the body. So that's the fruit for today.